Gohan fights to end battles. Piccolo fights to survive them. Forget power levels. Forget transformations. If you look at them as instinct versus strategy, every one of their fights suddenly makes sense. Why Gohan overwhelms Cell instantly, and why Piccolo lasts against Android 17, comes down to tempo. Once you watch them through that lens, their entire fighting style becomes clear. Gohan does not fight like a trained warrior. He fights like a restrained weapon. His style is built around latent strength, power that exists long before he knows how to use it. From the very beginning, this pattern is clear. Against Raditz, Gohan does nothing until fear and anger hit. Then, in one moment, he explodes, headbutting Raditz with more force than anyone expected. No setup, no strategy, just instinct. In almost every major fight, Gohan begins the same way. He absorbs pressure. He hesitates. He doubts. Against Frieza, he lashes out only when pushed too far, landing sudden, violent bursts of power before falling back again. But once the emotional trigger fully hits, his fighting style shifts instantly. Against Cell, Gohan doesn't test range. He doesn't probe weaknesses. He doesn't adapt mid-fight. He overwhelms. Once Super Saiyan 2 awakens, his movements become direct. His attacks become heavier. Defense becomes irrelevant because the opponent no longer matters. This isn't strategy. It's release. Even as an adult, the pattern remains. Against Super Buu, Ultimate Gohan dominates immediately, but the longer the fight drags on, the more cracks begin to show. Gohan's greatest strength is his explosive tempo shift, the ability to end a fight the moment his instincts take over. But that's also his weakness. If the fight drags on, if momentum slips, if emotion fades, Gohan loses rhythm. He fights best when the battle doesn't last long enough for doubt to return. Piccolo fights like someone who expects a fight to go wrong and plans for it anyway. Unlike Gohan, Piccolo does not rely on emotional surges. His power is stable, not explosive. From his first appearance, this is clear. Against Raditz, Piccolo knows he cannot win head-on, so he creates an opening, distracts, charges a finishing move. Risk calculated, not instinct. Against the androids, against enemies stronger than him, Piccolo always starts the same way. He watches first. He measures distance. He controls space. Against Android 17, Piccolo doesn't overpower. He manages stamina. He adjusts angles. He forces mistakes. Even when evenly matched, he fights like the weaker one, because that mindset keeps him alive. Piccolo's techniques reflect this mentality. Hell's Own Grenade, multi-directional pressure, delayed detonations. These aren't finishing moves. They're control tools. Piccolo doesn't fight to end the battle quickly. He fights to stay alive long enough to turn it. His tempo is patient. His style adapts as the fight evolves. Dragon Ball Super. Superhero doesn't change their styles. It confirms them. Piccolo earns his power through patience, experience, and survival, unlocking Orange Piccolo through endurance, discipline, and unyielding resolve. Gohan unlocks Beast through emotional shock, a sudden, violent release when pushed too far, when every instinct screams. Beast Gohan is a new approach. It's the same instinctive eruption, just taken further, sharper, more uncontrolled. Different paths. Same contrast. Gohan represents potential. Piccolo represents refinement. Instinct versus strategy. Explosion versus control. Dragon Ball never chooses one over the other because strength fades, but style adapts. And that's why Gohan and Piccolo will never fight the same.